You've probably heard it your entire life. Eat your vegetables, they're good for you. And for the most part, that's absolutely true. Vegetables are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber that support healthy aging. But what if I told you there are some vegetables that could quietly harm your health after the age of 60, especially if you eat them the wrong way or too often? Yes, you heard that right. There are certain vegetables that may seem harmless, or even healthy, but can actually trigger dangerous reactions in the aging body. Reactions like blood pressure spikes, sudden digestive pain, inflammation in the joints, kidney stress, or even interactions with medications. And the worst part? Most seniors never connect the dots. They think they're eating healthy, when in fact their body is sending them warning signs. You may feel bloated, tired, foggy, or even dizzy after a meal, but never guess that a common vegetable could be the root cause. Dear friend, your body is changing with age, and while your heart is still strong and your spirit still young, your kidneys, your digestion, your hormones, and your blood sugar all require more gentle support now. Foods that once gave you energy might now be stealing your peace, especially when eaten at night. In this video, we're going to expose the 10 vegetables that seniors should never eat after 60, especially if you're dealing with high blood pressure, blood sugar problems, arthritis, or kidney strain. For each one, we'll also share a safer, more healing alternative, so you're not left confused, but empowered. Because this isn't about fear. This is about awareness. This is about honoring your body and making wise, informed choices, so your health doesn't suffer silently. And towards the end of this video, we'll also reveal 5 hidden dangers that come from eating the wrong vegetables in later life. Risks like kidney overload, thyroid imbalance, and blood sugar crashes that can even increase the risk of sudden illness or sleep-related heart events. Remember, your sleep is sacred. Your heart deserves calm, and your body deserves nourishment, not confusion. Let's give your body the love it needs, one choice at a time. Let's begin with the first vegetable to watch out for after C. Vegetable number 1, raw kale. Oxalate overload and thyroid impact. Kale is often praised as a superfood, and rightfully so. It's rich in antioxidants, fiber, and vitamin K. But for seniors over 60, especially those with thyroid or kidney concerns, raw kale can actually do more harm than good. Why? Because kale, particularly when eaten raw, contains goitrogens, natural compounds that can interfere with thyroid function. When your thyroid slows down, your metabolism, energy levels, and even heart rhythm can suffer. Seniors with already weakened thyroids or those on thyroid medications may unknowingly suppress their own hormone production just by eating raw kale every day in salads or smoothies. But that's not all. Kale is also high in oxalates, substances that can bind to calcium and form kidney stones. Oxalate overload can lead to silent kidney stress, especially if your hydration isn't optimal, or if you're on medications that already affect kidney function. After the age of 60, the kidneys work harder to filter out waste and maintain balance. Adding high oxalate foods like raw kale can quietly strain this system, leading to fatigue, discomfort, or worse, stone formation or sudden kidney issues. And let's not forget the digestion angle. Raw kale is extremely fibrous. That means it's hard to break down, especially for seniors with weaker digestive enzymes. It can cause bloating, gas, and abdominal pain, especially when eaten late in the day or before sleep. Now, does this mean kale is bad altogether? Not at all. The key lies in how you prepare it. Healthier alternative. If you love kale, don't worry. You don't have to give it up completely. Just lightly steam or sauté it. This simple step reduces oxalates and goitrogens dramatically, making kale much safer and gentler for your thyroid, kidneys, and digestion. Alternatively, you can switch to romaine lettuce or arugula, which offers similar benefits without the risks. Remember, food is medicine, but only when it's taken in the right form at the right stage of life. Your body after 60 is not the same as it was at 30, and that's okay. Honor the wisdom of your years by eating smarter, not harder. Vegetable number 2, eggplant. Nightshade, nerve irritation. Eggplant, or aborigine as it's known in some countries, is often featured in tasty dishes like baba ganoush or grilled Mediterranean platters. But for seniors over 60, especially those dealing with joint pain, nerve issues, or autoimmune conditions, eggplant might be silently stirring up trouble. Eggplant belongs to a group of vegetables called nightshades, which also includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes. Nightshades contain a compound called solanine, a natural chemical that can be toxic in high amounts. In sensitive individuals, solanine may irritate the nervous system, disrupt nerve signaling, and increase inflammation in the body. For seniors, already managing arthritis, nerve tingling, sciatica, or even memory concerns, this hidden inflammation can worsen symptoms. You may feel stiff in the morning, sore in the hips, or notice more frequent joint swelling, and not realize that your beloved eggplant lasagna could be playing a role. Eggplant also has a spongy texture, which means it tends to soak up oil, especially when fried. And many seniors love it in dishes like eggplant parmigiana or Barta-style curries. But when cooked in excess oil, this vegetable can deliver heavy, greasy calories that burden digestion and lead to late-night acid reflux, gas, and bloating. And if you have a sensitive stomach or acid reflux, a common concern after 60, eggplant's slightly acidic nature may aggravate your symptoms, especially when eaten in large portions close to bedtime. Healthier alternative. If you enjoy eggplant, consider switching to zucchini or squash. Both are easier on the joints, low in inflammatory compounds, and rich in fiber. They can be baked, sautéed, or added to stews without irritating the nerves. If you truly want to keep eggplant in your meals, try roasting it with minimal oil and eating it earlier in the day, not near bedtime. Remember, your evening meal should bring you peace, not pressure. It should nourish you gently, support restful sleep, and avoid triggering inflammation. So the next time you're planning dinner, give your nerves a break and choose vegetables that soothe rather than spark. Vegetable number 3, canned spinach, sodium bomb and mineral imbalance. Spinach is often seen as the king of leafy greens, and when it's fresh and lightly cooked, it truly can be. But when it comes to canned spinach, seniors need to be very careful. The problem lies not in the spinach itself, but in how it's processed and preserved. Canned vegetables, including spinach, are often loaded with added sodium to keep them shelf-stable. In fact, just one serving of canned spinach can contain over 300–400 milligrams of sodium, sometimes even more. That's a silent danger for anyone managing high blood pressure, heart conditions, or kidney issues. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to salt. Extra sodium can raise blood pressure levels, cause your heart to work harder, and lead to fluid retention. This can cause swelling in the ankles, puffiness in the face, and even increase the risk of sudden heart strain during sleep, something that many seniors never see coming. And there's another hidden problem: mineral imbalance. High sodium levels from canned foods can throw off your body's delicate balance of potassium, calcium, and magnesium, all of which are essential for muscle function, bone health, and calm sleep. An imbalance here can result in nighttime leg cramps, muscle twitching, or irregular heart rhythms, all subtle signs that your body is not at peace. Some brands of canned spinach are also lined with BPA-containing plastics, which can leach into the food and disrupt hormone function, particularly risky for seniors already facing hormone shifts and metabolism slowdowns. Healthier alternative. Instead of canned spinach, go for fresh or frozen spinach. Frozen spinach is picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, meaning it retains most of its nutrients without the added salt or preservatives. Just lightly steam it with a pinch of turmeric or garlic, and you have a heart-friendly, brain-boosting green that supports your health, not sabotages it. You've made it this far in life with wisdom and grace. Your body now needs foods that reflect that same wisdom, pure, gentle, and nurturing. So next time you reach for a vegetable in the side pantry, pause and choose fresh or frozen instead of salty canned options. Your heart and kidneys will thank you, especially at night. Vegetable number 4, white potatoes, blood sugar spike and night sweats. White potatoes, baked, mashed, fried, or boiled, are a beloved comfort food around the world. But for seniors over 60, especially those managing blood sugar, sleep issues, or weight gain, these starchy favorites can quietly create health problems. Here's the truth. White potatoes are extremely high in simple starch, which the body breaks down rapidly into glucose, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar levels. For seniors with prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin resistance, this spike can lead to a crash later on, especially during the night. What does that look like? It may mean waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. drenched in sweat, feeling anxious, heart racing, or needing to urinate more frequently. These symptoms are not just annoying, they're warning signs that your blood sugar is unstable. And unstable blood sugar during sleep can increase the risk of cardiac stress, stroke, or even sudden nighttime heart events in vulnerable individuals. Potatoes also have a high glycemic index, meaning they raise blood sugar faster than most other carbs. When eaten at dinner or before bed, especially in the form of fries or mashed potatoes with butter, they put pressure on your pancreas and metabolism. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, increased belly fat, and difficulty sleeping deeply. Let's also not forget about inflammation. When overconsumed, white potatoes, especially fried ones, can increase markers of inflammation, worsen joint pain, and promote fluid retention. You may notice puffiness in the fingers or a tight feeling in the shoes the next morning. Another clue your body isn't happy. Healthier alternative. Instead of white potatoes, try sweet potatoes or cauliflower mash. Sweet potatoes have more fiber, beta-carotene, and a slower release of sugar into the bloodstream. Cauliflower, when steamed and blended with garlic and a touch of olive oil, mimics mashed potatoes without the blood sugar impact. Plus, it's gentle on digestion. You deserve calm, restorative sleep. You deserve meals that fuel your healing, not your stress. By reducing white potatoes in your evening meals, you can protect your heart, balance your energy, and enjoy a more peaceful night. Vegetable number 5, pickled vegetables, hidden acids, and sleep disturbance. Pickled vegetables, whether it's cucumbers, carrots, beets, or even garlic, have become popular again, especially with the rise of fermented foods and gut health trends. While pickles might offer some benefits in moderation for seniors over 60, especially those with acid reflux, high blood pressure, or sleep problems, pickled veggies can be a hidden health trap. Most store-bought pickled vegetables are packed with vinegar, salt, and preservatives, all of which can create a cascade of problems inside the aging body. Let's start with acid. Vinegar-based pickles are highly acidic, and when eaten in the evening or near bedtime, they can increase the risk of acid reflux or heartburn. This means you may lie down to rest and suddenly feel burning in your chest, a bitter taste in your mouth, or even shortness of breath. These symptoms are more than just uncomfortable. They interrupt deep healing sleep and can trigger nighttime heart palpitations, especially in those with weakened digestion or hiatal hernias. Next, the sodium load. A single dill pickle can contain over 800 milligrams of sodium. That's more than half of what many seniors should eat in an entire day. This excess salt can raise your blood pressure, cause your body to retain water, and force your heart and kidneys to work harder overnight. You may notice swelling in the hands or feet, headaches upon waking, or increased trips to the bathroom in the middle of the night. There's also the issue of preservatives and food dyes in many commercial pickle jars, which can act as irritants to the nervous system, creating jitteriness, light sleep, or even mood swings in sensitive individuals. Healthier alternative. If you love pickled vegetables, consider making your own at home using water, lemon juice, and minimal salt, and eat them earlier in the day. Another great alternative is naturally fermented vegetables like raw sauerkraut or kimchi in very small amounts. These offer probiotics without the heavy vinegar and sodium load. Remember, Your gut, your heart, and your brain are all connected. What you eat before bed should support calmness and rest, not stimulation or inflammation. Treat your sleep like sacred time, and that starts with the right foods on your plate. Vegetable number 6, corn, blood sugar roller coaster and gut gas. Corn might feel like an innocent staple. It's in summer barbecues, soups, stews, and even in healthy-looking veggie mixes. But for seniors over 60, especially those with blood sugar issues, digestion problems, or trouble sleeping, corn can quietly stir up major health concerns. First, understand this. Corn is not a vegetable in the traditional sense. Nutritionally, it behaves more like a starchy carbohydrate, much like bread or rice. This means it has a high glycemic index, and when eaten in the evening or at dinner, it can cause a spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash during sleep. Many seniors don't realize that blood sugar crashes at night can trigger sweating, palpitations, anxiety, and restlessness. Some even wake up thinking it's a nightmare or panic attack, when in reality, it's just the body reacting to a sugar drop caused by starchy foods like corn. Corn also contains a type of fiber that's hard to digest, especially as we age and stomach acid naturally decreases. This can lead to bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort, symptoms that not only disrupt sleep but may also be mistaken for heart-related issues or indigestion. Imagine lying in bed trying to rest but feeling a tightness in your stomach, rumbling in your gut, and pressure in your chest, all from that simple corn you had with dinner. On top of that, most corn in processed foods is genetically modified, GMO, and heavily sprayed with chemicals like glyphosate, a toxin that may affect gut health and hormone balance. These substances can build up in the system over time and subtly disturb the body's ability to heal and rest deeply. Healthier alternative: swap corn with steamed green beans, peas, or carrots, especially in the evening. These provide fiber and sweetness without the sharp sugar spike. If you enjoy corn occasionally, eat it earlier in the day and balance it with protein and healthy fats to slow its absorption. Every night your body is trying to heal, to detox, to rest. But if your evening meal sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster or fills your gut with gas, that healing is disturbed. Your sleep is sacred. Don't let corn steal your peace. Vegetable number 7, raw onions, stomach acid surge and sleepless nights. Raw onions, whether sliced on a salad, tucked into a sandwich, or mixed into a fresh salsa, can be a flavorful addition to many meals. However, for seniors, especially those who suffer from acid reflux, heartburn, or digestive issues, raw onions can quickly become an unwanted culprit. The issue with raw onions lies in the natural sulfur compounds they contain. These compounds, though beneficial in many ways, can also irritate the lining of the stomach. When eaten raw, onions can increase stomach acid production, leading to acid reflux and heartburn. This becomes particularly problematic when eaten close to bedtime, as lying down can allow stomach acid to rise up the esophagus, causing discomfort and interrupting sleep. For seniors already battling heartburn, the discomfort may not just be a mild annoyance. It can lead to waking up in the middle of the night with a burning sensation in the chest, throat irritation, or a sour taste in the mouth, all signs that acid has traveled up from the stomach during sleep. This condition, known as gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, is not only disruptive to sleep, but it can also worsen over time, leading to more severe health complications, including damage to the esophagus. Additionally, raw onions are a gas-producing food, which can lead to bloating, abdominal discomfort, and excess flatulence, all of which can make it harder to fall asleep or remain in deep, restful sleep. After age 60, our digestive system naturally slows down, and it becomes harder to process certain foods, especially those that are raw or fibrous, like onions. Healthier alternative: if you love the flavor of onions, consider cooking them thoroughly. When onions are sautéed, roasted, or caramelized, they lose much of their sulfuric compounds, which makes them much easier on the stomach. In fact, cooked onions can still offer some great benefits such as antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, but without the stomach-irritating effects. Opting for a small portion of cooked onions earlier in the day, rather than at dinner, can help keep your digestion on track and your sleep uninterrupted. Your stomach will thank you, and your rest will be much more peaceful. Vegetable number 8, mushrooms. Toxins and digestive load. Mushrooms, a delicious and earthy addition to many meals, are often considered a healthy vegetable. However, for seniors, particularly those with digestive issues or weakened immune systems, mushrooms can sometimes cause more harm than good. The problem isn't with mushrooms themselves, but with the toxins they can contain, especially when consumed raw or undercooked. Certain types of mushrooms, particularly wild mushrooms, can carry mycotoxins that the body struggles to eliminate, especially as we age. These toxins can potentially cause nausea, digestive upset, and in extreme cases, even organ damage. While cultivated mushrooms from grocery stores are generally safe, they still require proper cooking to break down potentially harmful compounds. Another concern is how mushrooms affect digestion. Mushrooms contain chitin, a tough, fibrous substance that is hard to digest, especially for seniors who may already be dealing with lower stomach acid or slower digestion. When this fibrous substance isn't broken down properly, it can lead to bloating, gas, and stomach discomfort. This can interrupt a senior's sleep, causing restlessness, cramps, or frequent trips to the bathroom. For individuals with sensitive gut health or conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, mushrooms can act as an irritant that worsens symptoms and interferes with the body's natural rhythm, especially at night when the digestive system is supposed to be resting. Also, while mushrooms do provide important nutrients like vitamin D, antioxidants, and fiber, these benefits are diminished if the mushrooms are undercooked or consumed in large quantities, particularly later in the day. Eating a heavy portion of mushrooms at dinner can place additional strain on your digestive system, making it harder for you to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night. Healthier alternative. For a safer option, consider cooked mushrooms, ideally sautéed or roasted, which helps to break down toxins and chitin, making them easier to digest. Stick to common varieties like button, cremini, or portobello mushrooms, and enjoy them earlier in the day. If you love mushrooms, consider incorporating them into a morning omelet or a lunchtime salad. Mushrooms are delicious, but they shouldn't steal your peace or your sleep. By eating them in moderation and cooked properly, you can enjoy their benefits without disturbing your gut or your rest. Vegetable number 9, tomatoes, acidic and nighttime heartburn. Tomatoes are one of the most popular vegetables, featured in everything from salads to sauces to soups. Packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and a lovely burst of flavor, tomatoes are often thought of as a healthy addition to meals. However, for seniors, especially those with acid reflux, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, or heartburn, tomatoes can be a nighttime nuisance. The main issue with tomatoes is their high acidity. While their acidity may be beneficial in small quantities for some, it can trigger heartburn or acid reflux, especially when eaten late in the day. For seniors, acid reflux can become a serious problem, causing discomfort and potentially disrupting sleep throughout the night. When you eat tomatoes, particularly in the form of tomato sauce, soups, or salsas, the stomach acid level rises, making it easier for that acid to flow back into the esophagus. This creates that familiar burning sensation in the chest or throat, which can lead to restlessness and disturbed sleep. For seniors, this isn't just about an uncomfortable night. Untreated acid reflux over time can cause esophageal damage, which can interfere with digestion and lead to more severe health issues. Moreover, tomatoes are known to cause gas and bloating in some individuals. If your digestive system is slower, as it often is in our 60s and beyond, eating too many tomatoes, especially in a single sitting, can overwhelm your system, leading to discomfort, burping, or a feeling of fullness. These symptoms can be worse if you lay down soon after eating, making it difficult to settle into a deep, restorative sleep. Healthier alternative: to avoid the acidity and digestive issues, try cooking tomatoes thoroughly. Cooking them helps break down some of the acids and makes them easier to digest. If you can't live without that tomato taste, opt for tomato paste or sauce in small quantities, and pair it with basil or oregano to balance out the acidity. If you enjoy tomatoes in a salad, consider switching to cucumbers, bell peppers, or leafy greens as the base, and adding a mild dressing instead of acidic vinaigrette. Remember, your body deserves rest, and heartburn doesn't belong in your bedtime routine. By moderating tomato intake in the evening, you can protect both your stomach and your sleep. Vegetable number 10. Spinach, oxalates and sleep disruptions. Spinach is often hailed as a superfood for its impressive nutritional profile, packed with iron, vitamins, and antioxidants. It's a great addition to a healthy diet, but for seniors over 60, especially those with kidney issues or digestive sensitivities, spinach may actually cause more harm than good, particularly when eaten close to bedtime. The problem lies in the oxalates, or oxalic acid, naturally present in spinach. Oxalates can bind with calcium and form calcium oxalate crystals, which can contribute to the development of kidney stones. For seniors with compromised kidney function, eating too much spinach, especially raw, can increase the risk of these painful stones. This is particularly concerning for those who are already at risk for kidney problems or urinary tract issues. But that's not all. Spinach's high fiber content is great for digestion during the day, but at night, it can be difficult for the digestive system to break down, leading to bloating, gas, and discomfort. Seniors who have slower digestion may find themselves struggling to fall asleep due to this uncomfortable fullness in the stomach. Additionally, spinach is rich in nitrates, which, while beneficial in small quantities for heart health, can potentially cause sleep disturbances if consumed in large amounts before bed. This is especially true for seniors who are sensitive to changes in their blood pressure or circulation while sleeping. When the body is trying to rest and repair overnight, it doesn't need an added burden of increased blood pressure or disrupted circulation caused by excess nitrates from spinach. Healthier alternative: to enjoy spinach without the risks, consider steaming or sautéing it before consumption. Cooking spinach reduces its oxalate content and makes it much easier on the digestive system. If you're concerned about kidney stones, you can also switch to other leafy greens like kale or Swiss chard, which provide similar nutrients but without the high oxalate levels. For seniors, moderation is key. While spinach is a nutrient-packed vegetable, it's best to enjoy it earlier in the day, when your digestive system is working at full capacity. This will help prevent discomfort during sleep and protect your kidneys and digestive health. We age. Our bodies require special care and attention, especially when it comes to food choices. The 10 vegetables listed in this video might seem harmless at first glance, but they can secretly impact sleep, digestion, and overall health if consumed incorrectly or at the wrong times. By making informed choices about when and how to incorporate these foods into your diet, you can ensure your body is properly nourished and ready for a restful night's sleep. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more senior health tips. And remember, your health is a treasure. Take care of it, one meal at a time.